Hi guys, welcome back to my podcast episode 3. Today, I have return guests Arif and Jim here, and we are all in sunglasses today because the weather is very hot even though we are indoors. So today we are actually going to talk about, I'm going to ask them questions like, where is the question? Wait, hang on.
B1, B2.
Does your choice of property matters? So we are going to start it, we're going to kick it off right away. Does the choice of property matter to you all?
What do you think?
You always go with that. I think this one a long answer question.
Yes, definitely.
Choice of property, first question I think we have to ask ourselves is it for homestay or for investment?
Yeah. I see. Okay.
Yeah, because that will actually lead to different kind of decision making processes. Yeah. So if let's say if it's for own stay, probably if it's just to fit your family, you just look at the size, and then probably you still also want to see what you like high floor, whether you want a certain facing, because some Indian families I think they will want a certain facing for their religious reasons, right? Yeah. So that is for homestay lah mainly. I think private property, I think more or less it has more reasons or more objections when you want to buy, like for yourself, right?
How about you, Jim?
Okay, I almost couldn't tell where the eyes are going. So I was thinking, is he asking me or Nigel? Now he's asking, okay, what do I think?
But we still need to put this on throughout.
Where? Just where? We look cool, guys. We look cool.
I don't know why, but I feel like when I talk to either of you, it's like rude, you know?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you meet client, then if you have shit, you just want to take out and talk to them, the eye contact.
Eye contact very important. Eye contact very important.
Alright, what do I think? Alright.
Does your choice of property matters?
This actually varies as Arif mentioned. I steal his answer. But I think I'm just going to talk about purely HDB resale for this one. I think some people actually have expectations, and aside from the superstition, the facing and all this, nowadays if you see BTO, some of it is quite rare to have a balcony versus a resale that actually has a balcony. So those that actually wants to stay long term, they would preferably focus on those with balconies. So only for probably in that area only got 2 clusters. And the problem comes in, especially for today's market, is that the supply and demand. The supply is not enough, and then you do know that most of the MOPs around there are probably selling. They have more supplies compared to those resale. That makes it more scarce, and eventually at today's market, the seller actually eventually can price it high because they know it's much more bigger space.
Yeah.
And that's where the challenge comes in. But eventually, if the buyer really wants it and they know for sure they'll stay long term, why not? They are willing to even fork out a bit of COV for it. It's quite well renovated. Then yes, I would suggest they should go through with it.
Interesting. So let's elaborate on that. So does the choice of property matters? Do you think amenities plays a factor? Do you think being near to the MRT station plays a factor, or being near to good schools? Do you think this impact the property choice?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely will impact.
Convenience. I mean, okay, this is Singapore. I feel that amenities will always be within reach.
Especially supermarket.
Especially supermarket. Yeah. But the main criteria I think is the MRTs, because some are really distance away, and most of us are actually using public transport. It will be actually easier to reach the MRT, that's for sure. I think MRT really plays a very big role in terms of general amenities. It's not that hard to find in terms of the unit that is located at. Yeah, what do you think? I think throughout the video, right, a lot of time I ask you this. Every single time I end off.
For own stay, yeah, for own stay HDB resale. What's the question again?
What did I ask?
Brainstorm. All 3.
But more or less this one can be
Whether
cut off
it's important.
actually, right? As in when doing the editing, you all will cut off. No, it will just.
No man, just go with the flow.
You all get to see behind the scenes lah.
So the question
Okay, but anyway,
The question was, does buying a property like near MRT station, near amenities, near supermarkets, near good schools, does it matter?
For families it does matter. Yeah, especially And more for families as well, when they are planning for property, right? Is it are they going to stay for long term or short term? Because some of them probably after 5 years they want to move on to a better primary school. Okay, but like for example, maybe some of them have public transport. Maybe sorry, not public transport. They have their own vehicles. They don't need MRT. So maybe it doesn't matter for them. Yeah, maybe some of them amenities wise, they prefer Food Panda to do some grocery shopping for them. In general, more people will want to have amenities and MRT close by their place. Yeah, so it will actually enhance their living. It will really make their life easier.
Okay, more on that. It's true. So having amenities nearby, having good schools, supermarkets, yeah, it does matter to some people. But let's say now, what about the bad side of having amenities close by? For example, will it be noisy? Will there be a lot of people moving around? Will there be privacy? What's your take on that?
That's actually a very good point to give in, because yeah, there are definitely some people would want to stay. Select a unit or a block that is actually further away from the MRT, or they don't want the shops to be directly below their block, because
they want to be peaceful.
Peaceful,
live in a peaceful area.
A lot of people, if you realize also, they prefer corner units or anything like that, or the ground floor, they don't want much foot
activity.
Traffic. Activities, or a function. What do they call that? The function shelter thing.
The pavilion hall
multi-purpose hall. Yes.
No bad, okay? So in my experience, in my opinion, I would say people who want to live near amenities, near MRT station, near supermarket, in my opinion, I would generally say these are probably the older generations who wants more accessibility, who wants to be easy to everything. Like for the younger generations, I'm seeing what is happening is like they don't mind staying a bit further. Like to them, it's like, okay, if a supermarket is like maybe 5 to 10 minutes walk away, they take it as an exercise to go up and down and come back home. So they like the quietness, the peacefulness in staying maybe a bit further away. So if given a choice where money is not a problem, and you want to buy a HDB, let's say, where would you buy actually in Singapore, when Singapore is already so small?
In Singapore, I almost got the answer in my head. I say I want to go overseas already.
I would definitely live somewhere near my parents.
Near your parents?
Yeah, definitely somewhere near my parents. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, because we're really so busy with lives. So I think HDB, HDB also give 20k grant. But that's one, for the proximity housing grant.
So basically, for your choice is you want to live near your parents.
Yeah.
So it's basically more easy for you, I would say, for your parents to look after the kids.
Actually not look after the kids but to visit them.
Or to visit them.
Yeah, to visit them, just to be close if anything happens to them. Stuff like that lah.
So location doesn't really matter, whether is it Yishun, Jurong, Sentosa.
Yeah, doesn't matter for as long near to parents.
Near to parents.
Yeah. So but if my family, my mom stays in Sentosa, of course I'll be happy lah to live in Sentosa. But to afford it is another story.
Yeah, that's right. He was mentioning Sentosa. Wow. If I say Sentosa, I bring my parents.
But he actually said HDB. He actually said HDB.
Oh, you said HDB?
Yeah, he said HDB.
Okay,
yeah.
so sorry, man.
How about you? Where would you like to stay?
Can I buy the land to make HDB? No,
yeah, why not? Be a developer.
Because both are at different end for me. I would stay in the middle lah. So when I say middle,
near city
Yeah, near city.
Actually, a lot of buyers want to live near city.
All this area I would actually stay.
That's why the price there also expensive. They still buy over there, even first time buyers. And when they can actually with that price, they can go probably somewhere outside core region. They can buy a condo.
For my situation lah.
Alright.
If both of my family actually stayed at one side, definitely I would be the same.
Oh, you have to be in the middle.
Yeah, I want to be in the middle.
I'm talking to married men here. Both of them are married, so they have their own opinion. For me, I would actually want to stay somewhere more central, where I can go anywhere easily.
Go where? Where you want to go?
Let's say if I have a viewing in Changi, how long do I take to reach Changi? Or if I have a viewing in Jurong, how long do I actually take to reach Jurong?
Yeah.
So given a choice, I'll probably stay somewhere, maybe Toa Payoh area. Bendemeer is also good. Maybe if I want to go somewhere near town, maybe Tiong Bahru and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is basically talking about given the choice, where would we buy? So the next question would be.
But you know, to add on, right?
Yeah.
Because when our clients buy, right, usually what we face is that they usually have in mind what's the main reason that they want to buy. Maybe live near parents, 4 room. They already have in mind. Yeah. But I think more that I can add on is that, especially for first time buyers, they will need to discuss first before they buy. Because especially when they even haven't got married yet, they want to buy their first HDB. Okay, and then this guy has this expectation, this lady has a different expectation. When it's different, when we want to buy a house, it's very difficult because they have different expectations. And then they argue. So I always suggest, especially for first time buyers, especially those fiancé scheme, you know, like have a 2-day conference kind of thing. Make sure you sort it out, like what you really want. Do you want to renovate, or do you okay with high floor and stuff like that? Yeah. Is it?
Whose phone is that?
Oh, it's mine. Sorry.
Oh.
It's my nap time. Yeah, but to add on, they very important. The first time buyers, if you guys are going to buy your first home, right, better discuss first.
Yeah, so
because
basically,
choosing a home,
Yeah, so when we serve buyers per se, so when we serve buyers, basically, they already know what they want, especially second timers.
Yeah.
They know where they're looking for, what they're looking for. Our job here is to advise them on what is the right move. So do you all actually like plan for them? Like when you meet them, you talk to them, have a discussion, like give them options, like where do you go, or just follow what they want?
Yeah, I think we all definitely will meet them to prep their expectations, especially for the locations, because you know different locations definitely have different pricing, especially from Tampines. Comparing Tampines to Sengkang is a huge difference. And sometimes we also have to look at their budget, if whether their budget is up to keep with that certain area, and then we actually sometimes give them a second option. Okay, hey guys, look here, I'm so sorry, but this is the budget you get. We also have to give additional. We do not want to max out your budget. We want to give them a value buy. Everyone wants a value buy. So we also give them maybe a second location that is probably closer to the east side, that is within means, and to see if both of them agrees on it.
Most of them customized, right? I think you would have customized plans for your clients, right?
So basically for me is when I meet a new client, I don't know what he's writing, but we hang on. When I meet a new client, I usually take about 2 hours just to talk to them, just to get to know them, to understand what they're looking for, to actually plan a roadmap for them, to see what is their next best move, whether from a HDB to a private, HDB to a new launch, or HDB to another HDB. So I will actually give them some options. I will just I'll let them think about it first before I actually meet them again, because the first meeting is always the longest one for me. My first meeting usually lasts 2 hours.
Especially if the client is the first time you meet, right?
Correct. So subsequent meeting will be about half an hour already, because it will be very fast, because I already done so much in the first 2 hours that subsequently they understand what I'm saying. Because not many people will understand the property jargons, I would say.
Yes.
So I need to go in depth with them. So basically, what I was saying is that, what was I saying?
No, this is the problem. Because when we get to those property jargons like what you mentioned, right? Sometimes we may understand it, but when we are relaying it to our clients, we have to ensure they understand.
They understand.
Correct. So in terms of viewings and all, we will be the one arranging the viewings, bringing them. So when buying a property, for example, let's say now you meet your buyer, buying a property, what do you actually look out for?
Okay.
Physically in the viewing, what do you all look out for?
Physically, normally it's the condition, I would say.
But we also try to understand what the buyer wants first also, right? Like if let's say they want to renovate the whole house, then we just look out for floor plan. But you wanted to say something.
Layouts. If maybe they don't intend to renovate majorly, probably safety, in the physical state of the flat. Example, the roof, the ceiling, sorry. The ceiling, if there's any wire exposed or anything like that, prep the buyers. Like, what's the most they can look into for? Does the unit require rewiring? Does the unit require touch-up, leakage?
Yeah, leakage.
Especially the toilets and the kitchen. These are the most important things that we will help them to look out for. Because sometimes I'm sure for first-timer especially, they will be scared and they definitely rely on us to actually advise them on really what to look out for.
I would ask them to look at a few things like the flooring.
Yep.
Because flooring, if you want to redo, quite expensive.
Yep.
Yeah, and then like rewiring and the toilets, I know they will most likely they will do lah. They will renovate.
Yeah. So adding on to that, so when I actually bring a buyer down for physical viewing, they will from a buyer's perspective, they will just look at the house, look, is it okay or not. But I actually talk to them. Okay, so this is what you need to look out for. See if there's any hacking done, any alteration done to the house. Like what you said, if the ceiling has any leakage, flooring, is there any popping up of tiles? Because I've ever went to house where the kitchen, the wall tiles is actually popping out. And that raises a question, like why? Is it because of the way it was placed? Is it the material?
Is it HDB fault?
Is it HDB fault? Or is it because of the weather? Or what? There's so many factors involved. So we have to prep the buyers accordingly. So when I actually go down, they will actually ask me, Nigel, do you think this unit is worth to buy? Then I'll give them my takes on it. I'll check the past transaction, I'll see if it's reasonable asking price, how much we should offer. Then moving on to that, do you all actually advise your clients on, let's say now we are buying an unrenovated unit, how much estimated renovation cost this unit is going to be?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So if let's say I ask you all a 3-room resale HDB to do a full makeover from head to toe. When I say head to toe, it's from wiring, from flooring to the walls, to plastering the walls. How much do you think it will be?
We give them an estimate
We give
of how much you think?
40 to 50.
Yeah, about 40 to 50.
I like that.
It's about 40 to 50.
So 40 to
50K,
50K.
yeah.
So that is for a 3-room HDB resale. What
3-room
about 4-room?
HDB. We add on lah. Yeah, we add on.
4-room probably 50 to 60K. 5-room it can range 70 to 80K. And for
and honestly, these are like slightly overestimate than the market price lah. That's what we feel.
And we always tell our clients to always compare 5. If they are engaging an ID, compare the 5, take the quotation and go around if they can get the same material at a better rate. Or if minimal renovation, they can even, if they can coordinate, they have the time to coordinate themselves, they can even hire a contractor.
Correct. So for me, it's there was one house that I sold. It was a bare house. It's a mansionette actually in Yishun. So the new owners actually spent 120K to do up the house, and this is exclusive of appliances like the TV, the bed, the furnitures and stuff.
Major renovation.
Major renovation.
But nice or
from
not?
Head to toe.
Nice or not?
The house looks like a show flat.
Then it makes sense.
You go in, you know there's a staircase, right?
Yeah.
There's like chandelier dropping down. There's a massive fish tank when you enter the house.
Okay.
It feels very welcoming. His master bedroom, he has it's not a bathtub, it's more like a jacuzzi. So to him, it's like, okay, every time he goes exercise or he
You got
plays
family
soccer,
or not, this guy?
He has 2 kids. So he goes
Speaking of
for
jacuzzi,
soccer.
Like a bachelor house.
Yeah, it's like a bachelor house.
His jacuzzi, right? There is some technology where there's extremely cold water, so he just sit inside the jacuzzi just to cool down.
Recover.
For
Oh,
recovery.
nice
MMA fighter this one.
No.
Like, it can be any sportsman also.
And then he's actually spent 120K. The second property was actually a 5-room HDB. Full makeover also. And full makeover is from head to toe because the HDB is already, it's from 1988, 1987, so it's about already 30 plus years already. Needed to redo everything. My client actually bought the house because it was a good location, good price, size is reasonable, very big, there's a balcony. He spent about 70 to 80K just to renovate the house.
Now I ask you, when they buy these properties, right, do they pay COV for it? Because like 5-room, so it's worth it, right?
Yes.
It's worth it, right?
Yes.
Because we actually also have clients who pay like 25K COV, 30K COV to get high floor fully renovated. They just touch up a bit here and
Yeah,
there.
so speaking on that, I actually have brought another client to Woodlands to purchase a HDB 5-room, newly MOP unit at what's the place called? Woodlands Rise, I think. The new cluster.
Woodlands Rise, okay.
5 room.
700 plus.
Yes. So my client paid. If I remember
20 plus.
correctly, it was about 700 plus for that 5-room flat.
Okay.
And he actually paid 45k COV.
Wow.
So he was asking me, Nigel, is it worth it to pay this COV? Yes, the COV is high, 45k. But I was explaining to him, it's a new unit, 5 years old. And if you were to look at the renovation that they have done for the house, do you think you can do this with 45k?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Or do you think it's going to cost more? Then they ask me, what do I think? So, in my opinion, whatever they have done in the house, right, easily 2 times more. Easily.
Yes.
Yeah, you should go
Because
and
they have done everything for the house. The house is move-in condition. You don't even need to repaint the walls. It's literally move-in.
Nice.
So in that sense, yes, I would actually advise my client that, yeah, I think this is actually a good buy and stuff. But there are also some clients which I serve, where you go down to an unrenovated unit, we actually place an option. But then the COV was like 30k. But I actually told my client to walk away because the house was not renovated at
not
all.
worth it.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it at all. I say, let's bite the bullet, let's move on, let's find another property. In the end, I found my client another property, no COV, she's more happy there.
No COV, but still renovated or not?
Renovated.
Renovated.
Minimal renovation lah, I would
Yeah,
say.
that's-
Minimal renovation, but she's very happy now. She's in the midst of moving in lah, basically.
To add on to that one, 45k, right, was that 5-room. Have you ever come across a 2-room resale that has a COV of $45,000?
Wow, how much was how much is the unit?
I think it was 310k.
When?
And it wasn't 5-year-old, you know. Where's this place? I think it's around Woodlands. It's probably about 20 years old, you know.
It's very natural lah for 2-room.
Yeah,
Because the
but
2-room
it's
supply is very low.
45K.
Yeah,
The 2-room supply is very low.
Correct.
45k. And,
So a lot of people who cannot buy 3-room all have to go back to 2-room.
Exactly.
And then when the demand for 2-room becomes so high, that's why the price become like that.
It's insane, but people still
You no
willing
choice
to purchase.
Actually not willing but no choice Yeah, more like no choice. Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
So next question is, let's talk about. Hang on. What was the question you were saying to us? Okay, you question again? Oh, cut. Wrong. Okay, let's talk about. Let's say now we are serving buyers, for example. What are the type of grants that the buyers can get? Can you all share with the audience?
Three main grants. Proximity housing grant if you live near parents, enhanced housing grant based on your income, and the first one is the last one, is actually the
First timer grant.
first timer grant.
Okay, so let's say we start with first timer grant. How much is the first timer grant, and how do you apply for it, or how do we go about it, or who is eligible for it?
As long both the buyers, if let's say it's a matrimonial home, both are first timer, they have never purchased HDB before, they are entitled to the first timer grant. Anything 4-room or smaller, they will actually get about $50,000. Anything above is actually $40,000. Yeah.
And if both must be Singapore citizens.
Yeah.
It must be a Singapore citizen family nucleus.
So basically, 4-room and below, you're getting $50,000, and 5-room and above, you're getting $40,000.
Yes.
So this money that comes in, is it in terms of cash that the government will give you, or how is it?
I wish it was in cash.
CPF.
That's why everyone I think wants. It's in
It
CPF.
goes into your CPF and then immediately go into the house transaction.
Yeah.
I see. So it'll be in terms of CPF.
Yeah.
So the next question is, so we talk about first timer grant. Second one is the proximity housing grant. What's the meaning of proximity housing grant?
Layman term, in short, live near your parents, same town or within 4 click. 20,000. Yeah,
so that's
it's
proximity housing grant.
yeah, and it can be not just married couple living near their parents. It can be also a parent living near their married couple. Yeah.
So how much is that?
20,000. If you say, let's say you are within the proximity, but if you live together with 30,000.
That means the parents is actually physically living with you. You get 30,000.
Correct. So if you are married, right? Just imagine you are married. Are you willing to live with your mother-in-law to get 10,000 grant or not?
Okay. Hang on. You cannot ask me this question.
Okay, I know
because
because
I'm not married. Let me
there's no
reverse the
wait.
question.
No. What was the next question again?
No, let me reverse the question. Would you are you willing
Boy,
to stay with
touch
your
Yeah.
mother-in-law in the same house?
Okay, I will.
You will?
I will because so recorded lah.
But obviously it's not just about 10,000 lah. The 10,000 is bonus lah. Yeah, of course when you are living with your parent or in-laws, it's more than that lah. Yeah, it's no longer about 10,000.
Okay,
already, yeah.
so let's so for you, yes, because camera is on, so you all know the answer. What about Arif?
To really take care of them.
So you don't mind them
don't
staying
mind.
with you?
Yeah, even if government don't want to give me 10k also, yeah, they can leave. Yeah.
Family man.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
Wait, we're talking about living together, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it's
10,000.
like distance.
So there's the third grant. So the third grant is enhanced housing grant. Explain.
Based on income. Okay, so what you need to do, right? Okay, especially I think we have a few clients where they started working 6 months only. Okay, but at the point of application, their income is more than the ceiling, which is 9k. So they thought they actually cannot get the grant. But when we look through, you are supposed to take the average of the past 12 months. So eventually they are able to actually get the grant. So the definition can definitely be Googled online lah. But mom, just know that if your income below 9k, you should be eligible for it.
9k combined income or
combined income.
9K
Yeah,
combined income?
when I speak is more for a couple lah.
Okay,
Yeah, because
so-
that's the main.
So how much does the grant varies?
Well, averagely Singaporeans, it can be actually depending on how much they earn.
Yeah.
We've got cases like 50k. They can even receive 50k.
What's the range?
From the enhanced.
5k to.
It's even more than 50k.
Yeah, I know, but I also forgot also.
Yeah.
I also forgot.
But anyways,
Yeah.
we always refer to the chart.
Yeah, we will refer back to the
Yeah.
chart. when we do
Anyways,
it.
to add on to the enhanced housing grant, as Arif mentioned, right, it's also subject to approval because for us when we meet our clients, I think we always want to play on the safe side. So we always estimated maybe it's always a $500 difference to get the that amount of grant. So sometimes we will estimate probably $500 more in their pay because usually when this grant approval is all granted, the approval is by CPF. And they will take and they will see that your CPF statement has to tally with your payslip. So many variation can actually change the amount in terms of the enhanced housing grant.
Okay, so let's say now I say combined income is, let's say, $8,700.
You give us to us now. We
that
need
one,
the chart, bro.
We need that. But if it's 8,700, it should be 5,000 enhanced.
Correct. So $5,000.
Yeah.
You'll be getting additional. That additional housing grant is actually $5,000. But if your combined income is less than 1,500, when I say less than 1,500 is husband and wife both together, less than 1,500. How much are you getting from CPF?
Is it 50?
Yes. So you'll be getting $50,000
Yeah.
extra additional housing grant for having an income of less than 1.5k. But most of them will usually falls in the region of 6 to 6.5. So when we're talking about 6 to 6.5, we're actually getting about 30,000. So let's give an example to them. Let's say a median household income is
Is it 4.5? No, never mind. I can't.
let's say 6,500 lah. Their combined income.
Okay.
6,500. They are first timers. So in total, they will be getting 3 grants.
Yes.
First timer grants. Let's say they are buying a 4 room resale HDB. So how much they are getting?
50,
So 50, and they are staying within 4 kilometers of their parents.
20,
So 50 plus 20, 70. And their combined income is 6.5. They'll be getting another 30.
30,
So total is
100.
100. So with that being said, you have 100k
Grant,
of
CPF.
housing grants
Yeah.
buffer. So
That first time buyers can enjoy.
that first time buyers can enjoy. So generally speaking, yeah, make use of the grants.
Yeah. But we got clients. We got quick one. We got clients. Sorry, they're supposed to wrap up. We have clients also which never take the grant, but because for long-term planning, because they want to, they will probably want to buy EC after buying the resale. Yeah, so they don't get charged the resale levy when they buy the EC or the next BTO.
Okay,
Yeah.
do we have time to talk about resale, Levi?
I think
Or maybe we'll talk in the next episode.
save it for the next
Okay,
episode,
so
bro.
basically, we have to cut it short
Yeah.
because we have a lot of things going. You guys have appointment after this as well.
Yeah.
So basically, we are gonna end this episode number 3. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, Nigel.
See
Thank
you all in
you.
the next one. Now we can start our shits.